Hello, and welcome back to Spiritual Maintenance. This video today is on red flags. It seems to be a hot topic surrounding narcissistic relationships, emotionally abusive relationships, mentally abusive relationships, the ones that don't leave that physical mark or proof of abuse, the ones that you just kind of get lulled into. And that is the whole topic of red flags, is because you want to be able to avoid falling down that pit um, of that trauma. So the reason you find yourself or find others around you in these repeated abusive cycles of relationships, um, even though you look for all these red flags, is because um, it's not the red flag you think. So most of those who end up in these types of relationships have been groomed in childhood by parents, relatives, other caregivers. Um, so it's a familiarity of toxic behavior because you think it's normal, you think it's love because you don't know any different. So you get to a point that you're like, okay, this is toxic. What is the red flag? Oh, the red flag is when they say, but we're family, or do you really think or I can't believe you would think I would, XYZ. A lot of those thinks because they like to turn it around on you. And that is where I get into the true red flag, which is yourself. The reason you can't spot a red flag and why it isn't the same all around is because these types of people are very, very intuitive, and they use their empathetic abilities that they, got in their traumatic childhood, but they use it for their own good versus for the good of others. Like there's two types of people, and so they use their skills to read you, and like we would read others and empathize and help lift each other up. These people read you and then use your own wants and needs to lure you in. So those of you who, you just want someone to hold space for you, that's all you want. These people will come in and they'll do that because they see that that's what you want. If you just want somebody um, to be a good dad to your kids, well, that's what they're going to do right up front, is they're going to spend all this time with your kids. Um, Whatever it is that you want, they will be right up front. And when it becomes a cycle of this, you begin to think that, oh, that's the red flag, is they're pretending to be a good dad. They're pretending to hold space for me. So I got to stay away from the people that hold space for me and the people that are good dads. And so then you end up staying away from very good people, and saying no to those positive relationships because you see it as a red flag. But what you need to pay attention to is when they're doing these things that are positive, go within yourself, think, okay, is this something that I'm wanting? Is this making me feel good because it's fulfilling a need? And if the answer is yes, then go in within yourself, meditation, whatever it is that you need to do, heal that so that it's not a need anymore, it's a want. So then you can tell if this person is love bombing you by using yourself. Because what I have seen so often is that when these relationships come crashing down, they feel played. They're like, was any of it real? They did this, and this, and it was everything I wanted, and then suddenly it wasn't. So think to yourself, what do you want? Are they following just those things, or is there more to that person? And more often than not, there is nothing more to them. And then that right there, again, is another red flag. There's nothing more. And then watching how they interact um, with others that they deem less than them. So drama cycles, if there's someone that's kind of like on your nerves, you'll notice they'll jump right on that. And they're on your side. There's always a side when it comes to others. So if this person can't accept someone that's bothering you as someone that's just bothering you, but there has to be like a motive of like, oh, it's us against them. If they can't keep from doing that, another red flag. So it's all in the behavior and how it's feeling, because in those strong cycles of, oh, it's us against them, it's I'm everything you want. I'm right here. Those too good to be true. That's the red flag. um, it kind of make me think of there are those good ones out there though. So just sit back, observe. If you're feeling that urgency to just jump in, don't. Because the more time you take and the more boundaries that you have set up, the more likely the true nature will come out. And if you say, no, I'm not able to hang out tonight, and they're like, well, you never have time for me. If this is the beginning of a relationship, yikes, run. Seriously, run. But if they respect your boundaries and continuously respect your boundaries, pretty sure they're a good person. Um, so that's all I have for this red flag segment, just because it's something I've noticed that has been coming up a lot in my clients and those around me, is they're just so confused, like how did this happen? And well, that's how it is they use that mirror effect, but they use it for nefarious reasons. So heal you, and no one else can use you. All right, talk soon. Bye.